everyone, it's Gabby from EDUCO, and today we will be completing order of operations. Our main learning goals for today will be understanding the order of operations, or BEDMAS, solving expressions using order of operations, and putting both of these together. So before we can start our first example, we should probably figure out what is the order of operations. Well, order of operations means the sequence you follow when you're performing operations of a mathematical equation or expression. Now, there's a lot of big words in that definition, so let's break it down. Basically, what the order of operations mean is whenever you're solving a huge expression or equation that has a lot of different mathematical operations like addition and multiplication, there's a certain order you have to follow to make sure that you end up with the correct expression or the correct answer. So let's go through what the order is. So as you heard me say earlier, the way that we remember this order is by using the term BEDMAS. Now, this term each letter stands for a word. So our first letter is a B, and that stands for brackets. So anything that's in brackets has to be done first. The second letter is an E, and that means an exponent. So that is something like in this example right here that has a number written on the very top of a different number, like a squared sign. So sometimes you'll see 2 squared or 3 squared, and you might not see a lot of those this year, but it's still a possibility. That one comes second. Now our third one, usually we follow the D first, which means division, and then our M means multiplication. But in this case, it doesn't really matter which one you do first, as long as you do them after brackets and exponents, and then before our last two. But like I said before, these ones, we always say division and then multiplication, but you can also do multiplication and then division. They are kind of interchangeable. So that would be our third step. And then finally, the last thing that you're allowed to solve would be A and S, which is addition and subtraction. Again, these are also interchangeable, and that's why we have these arrows right here. If you do your subtraction before your addition, that's also okay. So now that we know what the order of operations are and what order we must follow when we solve an expression, let's actually try it in a question. Our first question asks us to compute the answers for the following expressions. So the word compute is the same thing as saying calculate or find the answer. So let's look at our first expression. So we have 18 divided by 6 plus 10 minus 4. So now we have to figure out which order or what order we have to do all of our mathematical expressions in. So if we look up here to our order, BEDMAS, we know that in this case we have a division sign, an addition sign, and a subtraction sign. So the first thing that we're going to do is division, because that's the letter that comes first in BEDMAS, or the order. So we're going to solve this part of our expression first. 18 divided by 6. 18 divided by 6 gives us the answer 3. So to help us not get confused, I like to rewrite my expression after I solve everything. So I know I have a 3, so now I'm going to rewrite what I have left. Plus 10 minus 4. So now when I look at the rest of my expression, I know now I only have an addition sign and a subtraction sign left over. And we can see that in our last column, it doesn't matter which order we do addition or subtraction. So it doesn't matter what way you'd like to solve this one. So in this case, I'm going to do 3 plus 10 first. I know that 3 plus 10 gives me 13. Now I need to rewrite what I have left over, minus 4. And that's our final part of our equation to solve. So we know that 13 minus 4 gives us the answer 9. And that is this question all complete. Great job! You've completed order of operations. We'll see you next time.